If you have a child who struggles, Brain Balance can help. They've helped tens of thousands of children and families with behavioral issues. And we've got Bryan and Kristal Dobbs here with more and a special events coming up. Guys, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, you know, Bryan, we've had you on the show before. For someone who's not familiar with Brain Balance, tell me, what you offer. It's a lot that you do.
Sure. Brain Balance is an after-school program. We work with kids that are struggling, not just academically, but socially, behaviorally as well. And we really dive into the root cause as to what's going on with these kids. Look, they've been telling us for years and years that these are struggles that they're having a hard time overcoming. So we find out what's really causing that and set an individualized plan to not only help them get back on track now, but set them up for a more successful future.
Yeah, and we've talked to some of your clients, and they're amazing. You do amazing things to help these families. Today specifically, we're talking about accommodations versus solutions for our kids. And Kristal, I don't know what that means, so explain to me, more accommodations versus solutions.
Absolutely, and I'm happy to tell you what that means. So, as a former teacher who was in the classroom day in, day out, and now working with kids in a different capacity, I've come to realize how important really both are. They need accommodations and solutions. So schools do an excellent job of providing or identifying children that have challenges and then accommodating them day to day in the classroom via the 504 or the IEP plan, those special education teachers that are working with those children. But those are just accommodations that help them get through the day, and they're not always going to address the root cause that Bryan mentioned. And so we want to, and that's where Brain Balance is going to step in. And so when parents come to us, they're really looking at academics and behavior. We want to take a look below the surface, and we're looking at that developmental iceberg there. Those areas below the surface that are going to affect the overall success of academics and behavior. So by
going a little deeper, layer by layer, further down, that's where you're addressing the problems.
That's absolutely correct. And we assess to those areas, identified where the struggles are, and then come up with that individualized plan to help those areas that will help academics and behavior short and long term.
That's why you're so successful.
Absolutely.
A lot of parents, I'm sure, that have children that have issues, you hear people say it's just a phase. They'll grow out of it. So is there a chance that they will? Or
and I'm glad you asked, because that's a question that we get a lot. And honestly, the short answer is this: these kids have shown us time after time and year after year that these are obstacles that they cannot overcome without outside intervention. And there are parents that we meet every day that you could talk to with tears in their eyes that say of the time that they've wasted while they waited on their child to get better and to overcome it on their own.
They wish they'd seen you years ago.
Yeah, that's right, and they just can't. What we do is really work with the wiring of the brain with those kids, and we set these children up for success in the future. What starts to happen as these kids get older, they start to realize not only are they frustrated, they see the frustration in their parents, they see the frustration in other adults, and even the different ways that other peers will treat them. And what started as an academic or a behavioral struggle now also encompasses a self-esteem issue or a confidence issue, and that's really scary as you get into the older teenage years.
So it's better to address it early.
Absolutely.
People watching probably have lots of questions, want to know more information. You guys have a big anniversary event coming up.
Yes, we're very
excited.
Tell me
all about it.
We have a free special event for parents, educators, and professionals. It's going to be this coming Tuesday at the aquarium at 7 p.m. This is an opportunity to come hear a published author and child development expert, Dr. Melillo, speak about the role of brain function and how it impacts learning and behavior. And the space is limited there, so we do want to get some RSVPs to make sure that we have enough space for everybody, and also the first 100 that RSVP get his best-selling book, Disconnected Kids.
That's great. So jump on it early. So this is Tuesday, October 24th at 7, and just call you to RSVP, or we can do it online.
Absolutely.
As well, either option. You guys have been very successful. You have 130 centers open across the U.S.
That's right. Brain Balance does.
Yeah. Yes. And continuing to grow just because your method works.
We are. We have a center in Bluffton and also our one here in Mount Pleasant, and we're currently opening a third in Lexington right outside of Columbia.
That's wonderful. Thank you guys so much for
being
here.
Having us.
Go to their website for more information. Again, the event is next Tuesday, October 24th, 7 o'clock at the South Carolina Aquarium. And we're back with Life Resources right after this.